me that we can see anything.
All right, I think we're on here.
Are we?
Let's make sure everybody gets in the shot.
Oh, hear us.
Which mic are we using?
Just kidding. It's Carody. Are we using a microphone?
Yeah, it's going to come from here. You can put the microphone on there if it makes you happy.
No.
Scooch in.
Kind of like on Letterman when they had the microphones on the desk that weren't actually functional.
Yeah, exactly. Get friendly. Get friendly.
I got a burp.
Yeah.
Do it up.
Bernie's totally gonna there you go.
All right, let's go to the chat. No questions yet. What do we want to start with? Hi, guys. It's Scott Lewis, a.k.a. Little Buzz, behind the camera. We've got Emily, Brandon, and Fernie with us today.
How does this work?
You just stare at the
Burping contest, somebody says. We want to do a burping contest?
If I had a Coke,
oh?
I could school you.
I can burp pretty loud.
Oh, man. I
Can you do it on command?
I can do it on command, but I can never do like a great one on command.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
you
I
gotta have good like carbonation.
I
Yeah.
know.
Oh, I just have.
That's why I can't drink Coke.
hot
'Cause I
air.
sound like a big man, big strong man.
Hello. Have you all had blue waffles today?
Ew, come on.
Red velvet.
Fucking
but
gross. Do you not know what blue waffles are?
Yeah, of course. Everyone knows what blue waffles are. I googled it. I eat tip though, so it's probably on my account.
Yeah, well.
Whatever.
Do we have any questions banked up?
I didn't receive any, no.
Maybe nobody has anything to ask you people.
Enough people were in the stream that were asking about it. So maybe it's because we were late last time. They were anticipating us being late this time.
Could be. Could
It's El
be.
Paso. They know everyone's always late.
It's mañana.
Yeah, we were on
It's the
time
kids.
today.
All right. Question. How do you think she got that hair? You want to explain how you got that hair?
I got this
I
hair.
think they were asking about that in reference to blue waffles.
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the blue waffle hair. You can call it that.
Blue waffle hair. That would be awesome.
Well,
You guys sing in the shower.
No. Listen to music all the time.
yeah,
Don't sing in the shower, though.
both.
I'm sure my
Sing
neighbor
and
probably
don't
hates me because I know that for a fact I can hear when they're listening to stuff.
Nice.
So they can hear Volbeat cranked up while I'm in the shower. My neighbor listens to Chris Isaac, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah, there was like one morning.
I love
There's
that
something
one.
else
I'm
going
like,
on
what
in
the
that
hell is
shower.
that sound? You hear that?
See the wicked dance guy?
I like that one song.
That's the saddest shower ever.
It's a really good song.
Chevy,
I don't
or,
think he was in the shower. I think it was coming in the living room.
Chevy or Ford?
I don't
Chevy.
give a fuck.
But it's because my dad will kill me.
Oh,
I really don't care either way.
like actually murder you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe smack me.
Wait, which one,
Or
Chevy?
that chocolate. Yeah, all our cars are Chevy.
Wow.
What if you got a Dodge?
You get paid for that. Describe your girlfriend, Brandon.
Ooh.
It's an incredibly open-ended question.
It's a personal
More
question.
specific.
How many arms?
Two.
Well, how many eyes?
Two.
Calling.
Does she float?
Does she
Does what?
float?
Does she float?
We all float.
Oh,
We all float
We all
down here.
float.
we all float.
So,
on,
so you
okay.
like, so you don't know if she floats, so you think that you like to leave a little mystery in the relationship. Then
Sure.
there you go. You heard it here first.
She got lots of tattoos. So I don't
Bernie's
say that
yelling
much.
at someone.
Has Buzz finally accepted the fact that Beavers are in the El Paso area?
I don't think anybody has. I think I'm still the only person, and the guy who actually captures the goddamn things that send me the pictures
Doesn't believe in them.
believes that they're here. Everybody else, I think, thinks I'm full of shit.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything, but if they are nutria rats, like we were talking, nutria as other.
This
people
wasn't
say
a
them.
nutria. It was a goddamn beaver. And the guy who actually captures them for the city says they're beavers. Not to say there aren't nutria,
What the hell's that?
Video,
and not to say that they are muskrats.
video next time where it didn't happen. You're gonna have to have him. You have to bring
have
him
to
in
bring
with
a
a beaver in a cage.
Dude, they're fucking mean.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think we need to capture a beaver.
First tattoo.
First tattoo? My first one was up here. It's covered up now, though. It was a stupid
Move the chair a little bit.
band thing that I got when I was 18. My parents paid for it. Actually, my parents paid for my first two tattoos.
Any tats, Emily?
Yeah, I was like looking at it, but I fixed it out. It was it's on my thigh. It's an accordion and a butterfly.
An accordion.
Yeah, it's from my grandpa. So I have I have my grandpa's accordion. So when he
That's
passed
kinda
away,
cool.
I got it.
That's pretty
Bernie, what was your
Yeah.
first tattoo?
That one,
This one. Everybody knows.
one and only.
Not everybody, because somebody just asked that question.
Yeah, I got it in
It's
Juarez.
Victoria's Secret.
It's Victoria's Secret.
Edward Enriquez is backing you up on the Beavers here. I know they are here, MS in wildlife sciences.
They live in the
Boom!
walls.
Beavers exist in El Paso.
Have you ever been hunting?
Not the blue waffle
No.
kind. I have, well, When I was a kid, we'd go chipmunk hunting.
Chipmunk.
Wow,
They would
that's-
sun
that
themselves
sounds
on the
brutal.
rocks, and we go shoot 22s up on the mountain. But here,
You
let
did.
me do one of these. But no, we want to go hog hunting. Buzz says he doesn't, but I do. I got a group of buddies from back home that want to go. They all go hunting frequently, but I've never actually gone like real man hunting.
Fernie, Emily, hunting?
No. No hunting.
I'd love to go though. Shooting guns is fun.
Beaver hunting, anyone?
Beaver hunting.
Brandon, when would be a good time to drop off Mexican candy?
Anytime is a good time to drop off Mexican candy.
Leave it with Stephanie.
Anytime.
Front desk Stephanie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Front Desk Stephanie brought me some Mexican candy the other day, and I tried it out.
What'd you think?
Which
It was
one?
like, it varied. Like, Mazapan was pretty good.
Yeah,
I
so
See, I don't know
good.
any of the names. I just know if it's got
It's
that
that-
red chili powder on it, it's great.
The red chili powder stuff
come in?
on a
Or
watermelon.
are you just gonna sit there and interrupt
Verified.
us?
You're not
Are
even on
you
camera.
doing the thing, or is
Yeah,
are
we're
you?
doing it right
We're
now.
rolling, dude. We're rolling. Questions are being asked.
Things
Yeah,
are being
for a minute.
said.
Ladies and
What about
gentlemen,
Mexican candy?
joining
you want
us
some
in
Mexican
the,
candy?
in the studio
No,
today,
thank you.
You're not on
at
the
least
camera.
briefly. Here's your camera right here.
Oh, God. That one.
Cool guy. Brandon, will you take a selfie with me?
Sure.
Wow.
Show up at an event. I'll take a picture with it. No problems taking pictures with people.
Oh, back to the hunting. How about manhunters like in Always Sunny?
Oh, that would be good.
What's
Hey,
that?
are we gonna go pig hunting?
No, man.
Why not?
I'm not up for it. I got flat feet. My feet start to hurt after a while.
I'll go. If anybody, I'm serious. If anybody watching this is an in regards to
We
hog
have
hunting
javelinas around here,
Ooh.
like pigs.
around here, I thought that was only like East Texas.
No, I've heard that they have them in.
If anybody has an
Southern
in,
Mexico.
let me know, because I will be there.
I never seen them.
There's a lot of questions coming for Buzz.
Huh?
There's a lot of questions coming in.
Yeah, now,
See?
now
You're like,
questions
oh,
come
nobody's
in.
gonna ask me anything.
Buzz, what did you eat today?
No salsa.
What did I have? Oh, I brought. I had toast, and I had a little
Steak?
like a fillet that I ate.
And
Yeah,
Nice. Very
And
good.
cake. I wasn't gonna have the cake, but then suddenly there was cake.
Buzzy likes cake.
Well, I hadn't planned on eating cake, and the next thing I know, Fernie's got cake.
All right,
Let me
Brandon.
see. Let me read.
You got
Let me-
Twitter questions?
Come here.
No.
Read it.
No.
Okay, I'm going to do some of the Buzz questions here first. I'll go back and grab some of the other ones just because he's in here right now. Who has Buzz enjoyed pissing off the most during an interview?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
Tell the Rob Schneider story.
I don't know. Rob
Wow.
Schneider and I
Just didn't hit it off?
have never hit it off. Like every time I interview him, like somehow I manage to offend him in some way.
Well, the last one was the interview started off with Buzz confusing his movie.
Right.
I thought he was in
He was in
Zootopia.
Zootopia when he was in Norm of the North. And then the other one was, in the middle of it, you asked him if he was an anti-vaxxer, which he first kind of answered, but all he answered was, oh, you can't believe everything that you read on Wikipedia. So then Buzz said, I'm asking you right now, Rob Schneider, are you an anti-vaxxer? And then there was like this really long pause, and then you heard the hang-up.
Wow.
And that was how
True
2016
stories.
started up. So that was that Monday, wasn't it? Or no, it was the Tuesday, because Monday was the Bigfoot interview,
Nice.
Yeah. I
of
picked
which
up-
he kind of ticked them off too for calling BS on that.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, come on. Those people. How often does Buzz wear that tuxedo Speedo?
The one you
twice a
wrote.
year, probably.
Mhm.
Receptionist day,
And stripper occasion.
stripper occasions. I'll get into that.
This could be interesting. Is your radio personality your actual personality?
I'm an angry son of a bitch all the time, so yes.
Is everyone pretty?
No, I would say mine's not.
Yeah.
No,
He's way more awake on the show. In real life, he's just a fucking zombie.
And like as far as arguing a point, in my real life, I don't go out looking for debates.
Cool. Any cool paranormal stories? UFO, ghosts?
Saw a kangaroo in Oklahoma one time out in the wild.
Holy crap.
It's kind of paranormal.
They're
It's
real to me,
a,
man.
Certainly abnormal.
There's even a term for it. It's like a form of cryptozoology, like out of place,
Like beavers in El
anomalous.
Paso.
Huh? Yeah,
Beavers in El
beavers in El
Do you
Paso.
believe me now that there's beavers in El Paso?
Totally.
Two-point black
told you.
box.
If there was someone to replace Buzz on the show, who would you all want to replace Buzz? Can be anybody, celebrity, etc.
Kevin James.
Beyonce.
Kevin James. The hell.
What, am I missing something there? Is that...
Yeah, have you ever seen the pictures of Kevin James with a beard?
He looks like Buzz.
Oh
Mhm.
crap! Yeah, I
Ball
see
Blart
that.
Mall Cop.
I totally see that. Fantastic. Oh, okay. And then, and Buzz, if you could replace yourself, who would you want to be replaced with?
Fernie.
The Fernando Cuevas
Yeah.
Morning Show. That would be awesome.
Because then every day people would wake up and say, God, we miss Buzz.
Anybody else got any input on the replacement?
Beyonce. I agree.
Beyonce. Buzz, when writing skits, how long does it usually take and how do you get ideas? Are most jokes yours, group effort, so on and so forth?
You know, when I first started doing the show, all the bits, you know, I wrote from the ground up because, you know, a lot of times now what you'll hear are things that I'm not going to say I stole them because it's like
There's more available because of
there's
prep
more
services.
available because of prep services.
And even ways to start
Yeah,
writing a bit.
right.
Like back in the day, like you had to, like everything truly came. Like
I
you were
read
making it from
USA
scratch.
Today, and that was my only prep available. You know, prepping for the show.
Whereas with a prep service now, it's kind of like buying the box cake mix,
Right.
so that you have a place to start with it.
Cool. Okay.
Also, you know, by the time I write a bit and perform it, things move so fast in the modern, you know, digital era.
you don't want to have to go back and rewrite it.
Right, it changes. You know, I write a bit, and by the time I get around to getting people to voice it, it might have changed. So, I write a lot fewer bits than I used to.
Well, and things do move so fast. Like when Eric Schwartz was in, when you were gone on vacation, we were talking to him about it, and it was right when Damn Daniel was big,
Damn.
but it had already been around for like 3 days, and he even said, he goes, now that it's been 3 days on the internet,
Yeah,
he's like that's old.
Yeah.
He's like, I could write the song, but by the time I actually get it done and produced and everything's like completed, it's
over.
it's passe.
you know, when I first started in radio, say a story like Pee Wee Herman, you know, you could get. That was a story for months,
Yeah.
and now something like Damn Daniel, that's going to be available for you to, you know, make comedy out of.
the life cycle is very short.
By hours instead of by days or weeks, by hours.
Yeah.
How long something's going to be interesting.
All right. This question, I love the way this is phrased. When was the last time you all got laid, except Emily, because it's not appropriate to ask her.
Good, thank you.
It's not.
This might
That
be a
is-
good time to open the floor to what we're willing to discuss in the AMA and what we're not. What boundaries
It's
we want to
been-
establish.
You mean another person?
Yeah, not yourself.
Whoever's really answer.
Probably
Yeah.
August or September.
Oh
No,
bullshit.
that's not true. No, I forgot.
Bullshit.
I forgot a couple.
It's got to be at least longer than that.
No, longer? December, maybe December.
Here you go, ladies. It's ready to go. It ain't gonna take
Bernie?
long. It ain't gonna take long.
You're not going to answer.
He doesn't have to
I'm
answer. He
right
doesn't
there.
want to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's
There you
weak.
go.
Remember, it's
Yeah.
ask me anything you can ask. We don't have to answer. If Bernie doesn't want to answer, he doesn't have to answer.
Bernie-
All right.
You
Beautiful.
you have less of a filter than anybody I know. Wait, you're not going to answer it either?
I got it late this weekend.
Got laid this weekend.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know why the rest of us are cheering.
Woo!
Finally! A great moment for all of us. Okay. Do you guys get sort of local celebrity treatment in the city?
I do.
He does more than most of us. And what's funny is if we're hanging out, people don't have a fucking clue who I am. Like they'll come up to Buzz and I'm just standing there. It's like, oh, will you take a picture of this? I'm like, yeah. So I'm the camera guy for a lot of that stuff.
Do you recognize
It's pretty
Fernie
fun.
or
Burning stuff.
Fernie, oh yeah.
no?
People
Bullshit.
go
Yeah,
crazy.
you do.
When they
Love them
realize
some
who
Fernie.
Fernie is, they make a big deal. And they
Perfect example was there were those two ladies that bought the lunch with the morning show a few months ago, and Bernie didn't go, and they were so pissed that Fernie wasn't there.
Disappointed.
They were like
You should
tweeting
know,
at him.
Freddie.
Yeah, disappointed, but like they were.
They
were
had
happy
they
that-
had paid their money in large part for Fernie, and he didn't make it.
They stopped listening to the show after that day. They said.
Buzz, did you really think that your career here in El Paso would last so
Nope.
long? And how many more years do you plan on staying on?
I didn't because when I got here, the guy who was my boss at the time didn't care for what I was doing. We were getting a lot of complaints. I mean, stuff that I just say on a daily basis would cause meetings to be held.
Hey, hi,
Hey,
Steve.
Steve Kaplowitz.
Yeah, thanks for having my office.
You have an office down the hallway.
This is your office. This is your studio.
Are you still looking to be fed?
What's that?
Are you still looking to be fed?
He's hungry. Feed me.
Hey, Steve.
I love that.
Did he come in here for a pen?
Yeah.
So,
Probably so.
he probably didn't want anyone stealing his pen because everyone
What
steals pens here.
what was the question?
How long do you plan on staying on?
Somewhere.
You know, until I'm ready to retire, probably.
Yeah.
I guess.
Or the old ticker
Yeah.
gives away?
Yeah.
Till too many burritos catch up with
You know, I'll be here probably for the rest of my life, so 5, 6 years.
But
What
on the air for the rest of your life? Or I'm going to jump on that question. Do you see yourself retiring and truly just living without doing the show? Or do you see yourself continuing to, like, because it's something that you want to continue to do? It's something you enjoy.
I think there'll come a time when maybe I think you reach an age where you do something else. Maybe you just do talk radio. As far as doing like the hip rock show, I'm still into the music. I still like the music. Kind of. I mean, what's that new band we're playing? The Rolling something or other. Stones?
Yeah.
So,
Like that Dr. Evil scene. I'm with it. I'm hip.
That Mick Jagger guy, he's going places.
Oh.
What happened to shower thoughts?
oh yeah. I don't know. I didn't think people dug it that much. I didn't get a lot of feedback from it. I didn't know if I could easily do shower thoughts 3 or 4 times a week. I just wasn't sure that people liked it.
Apparently,
Bring it back.
Fickelman is enjoying
Bring
it.
it back?
Huh?
What? Freakleman?
Okay.
So,
Who?
P-H-I-K-L.
Oh, is that,
Oh,
okay.
Phil?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe his real name's Phil.
There we go. Fernie is shy and quiet today, says Diesel Rick 915.
Fernie's being very passive aggressive. He does not want to do these anymore. And this is his way of like, don't ask me to do them because I'm going to be a lame piece of shit.
Right.
If you still have cake, have Fernie versus Buzz have a contest. Who can eat it faster?
Buzz ate all the cake already.
Well, there's the
Yeah.
And where was the cake?
There's only one piece. Freddie came from over there with
It's Steve's birthday, you guys.
It is not Steve's birthday.
It's
is
his.
it?
That's why we had
Capulet?
chocolate cake the other day too.
That's
on
what
Monday.
that's-
Why
That's what
would
it
we have
told me.
cake 2 days for one guy's birthday?
Because they have a regular sales meeting, and then the other one was just for, I guess,
It's
them.
really
How many
Steve's
cakes
birthday.
did you get on your birthday?
I can't tell Steve anything.
I don't think I got
I've
any.
never gotten a cake.
I don't think I got
Oh, we
any.
don't get.
They're trying to
cake.
feed him. He's
Everyone on
hungry.
this side of the building doesn't get cake.
All right, here we
It sounds
go.
like we need to start like throwing our own parties over here, and
That's
like
not
let's make their cakes look like shit.
Or we can just like eat their
Like
cake.
vomit colored cake or something like that. Like
No, like our cakes are so extravagant that whatever they're doing looks like garbage.
nice, nice.
Okay,
All right, cool guy Yugluck once again. Favorite sexual position?
Yeah, come on.
Pass. There we go.
Dog.
Dog. All right.
Yeah. I call that the Mariano Rivera because that's my closer.
Josh Cortez, I follow Fernie on Snapchat. Does KLAQ have Snapchat? We do, but we
You
haven't.
don't know the access.
Yeah, I think we've all lost the password. We have
Really?
to go find it and restart it again.
Well,
Why?
should get a Buzz
Snapchat
Adams-
not
Buzz Adams
cool
Snapchat.
anymore?
No, we just never did anything with it. Like we've got so
We
much
don't
else
have
going
that.
on. So, who would win in an arm wrestle contest, Brandon or Buzz?
I would.
Do it.
I can't arm wrestle for
You
shit.
want to do it right
Oh.
here?
No, I
Or
can't.
you
I
want
do
to
it
say
right
that
there.
for
No, I
Brandon
can't do
versus Buzz?
They are hoping to try it on camera.
I'll concede defeat.
No,
And I refuse
okay.
to arm wrestle because I've seen I was about a foot away from a guy's arm when it snapped in half.
Oh, well, I don't think either one of
That's
us are
not
going to be exerting that much torque.
But here's the thing. So it was during an actual competition, and we learned that it only takes 14 pounds of pressure to snap that bone.
Where was it? In his bicep?
Snapped right there.
That's great.
Really?
So what they would tell us is that when they get ready to go, you want to make sure that their body stays in line, because if you do this or you're leaning out, it like, the only thing I compare it to is when I worked at a lumber yard and you would take the forks of the forklift, and if you raised or lowered them too quickly and like you snapped a 2x4 in the fork, that's what it's like. I can still hear it. It was fucking gross.
Haunted for life.
Ugh.
Any secret talents for Emily and Fernie, since they aren't talking? You guys have any
Yeah!
secret
No.
talents? See, folks, that's what happens when you ask yes or no questions.
Yeah, open-ended.
If you don't ask an open-ended question, they can just say no. Oh, they do. Cool Guy says that he bets Emily will beat Fernie in arm wrestling.
No. I'll do it later.
Fernie, you got some secret guns? Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Favorite song as of right now, starting with you, Emily. Favorite song?
Oh,
Go.
jeez.
Anything. Just name a song.
Like, what's in your car right now? Like, what would you listen to?
Beyonce, sorry. Let's go with that, because I always send it to Fernie.
Fernie, favorite song right now?
I really like Emotionless from the band that's coming to Rock on the Water. I saw the music video the other day.
What's it called? No.
No.
It's
That's
not
not
Red,
oh, that's
Red,
Sunrise.
Red
That's Sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to
I'm
that.
just stuck on Red.
Volbeat Doc Holliday. It's my favorite one right now.
Buzz?
I've been on a real Wilco kick. So
Yeah.
I've been listening to a ton of Wilco. So Jesus, etc. I'm gonna say.
That's a good song. That's a good song. All right, let me give some love for that. Fernie freaking talk, says Phil. Actually, Philip is he's going by. Has Buzz ever taken up the offer of going up to the Bunny Ranch?
No. It's just, I don't know. It's just creepy going someplace to pay for sex. It's weird.
That's what you do when you go on a date, though, half the time. It's like,
no, that's very
if I'm
offensive.
going to put over all this money.
Yeah, that's,
Well,
all right.
it's
whatever.
not, but here's the thing, it's not guaranteed. Like, the
I
lady
just
doesn't
bought
have
you
to do
this
it.
drink and took you to my house. And
We're not going to be that weird about it.
Giving away any Scorpion tickets?
We don't have any. We keep forgetting to give away the Rock on the Water tickets.
Oh, yeah.
We were supposed to
We've
give those.
got front row
We're supposed to
tickets.
give those away all week. We keep forgetting to do it.
We got front row tickets. Glenn has them. So if you listen at 11 and 1 today, he's giving away a prize, which are Scorpions DVDs and CDs. And then from everybody that's a winner, they're going to draw a grand prize of front row tickets for the Scorpions.
Very nice, very nice. As children, did any of you think you'd ever get into the radio business? And if not, what got you here?
That's what I wanted to do when I was in high school. So I was technically still a child. I used to do the morning announcements over the PA.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good morning, boys and girls. Today's lunch special are tater tots and mini corn dogs.
Well, it was that's what it
Thursday.
was. But
Oh, children.
I started doing in character voices and doing and writing funny things. I thought they were funny, and people really thought it was good. And I thought, this is fun. I'll do this.
Cool.
I don't know if as a kid I did. I always listened to rock as a kid, though. Like that. Did anybody here have a baby book? Where your parents, like, they put your little footprints in it and they actually write down notes and stuff?
I don't know if my parents ever.
I had a baby book and there was like one thing written in it, and it was that Brandon likes to listen to rock music very loud, like when I was like 1 year old. But I didn't know I wanted to be in radio until after high school, when I worked all the crappy, lumberyard jobs, and I didn't want to chuck lumber for the rest of my life.
Fernie, how'd you end up in radio?
You want to know?
I do want to know.
No, just randomly. I worked at the zoo, and then I came to the news station. We went over this the last AMA.
Did we?
Remember? Yeah.
I don't remember that. Okay. Emily,
I needed an internship.
which is why they call you intern Emily.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep.
Anyone golf? Anyone a sandbagger? Handicaps?
He golfs. I just got clubs. My clubs got stolen right before I moved here out of my garage. But I got the gear now. We just got to go.
I'm about a 7 handicap.
I'm awful. I'm lucky to break 100.
Nice. I hit my first golf ball last week, actually.
Oh, with Stephen Mondo?
Yeah. When Mondo's learning how to play golf, we went out and
Mondo.
yeah.
I bet that looks
There's
funny.
video
He
coming.
loved it.
There's video coming. It's I don't know how entertaining
Did
it
he
is.
flex when he
Don't
did
tell
it?
me he's gonna make fun of me. I
He did.
get mad if I do that.
Poor Emily, great hair color, but after purple, what's next?
I don't know. I might just go brown.
Oh my.
That doesn't even look purple. That looks like
It's purple and blue
midnight blue.
because you did like a zigzag.
Oh yeah, okay, I can see it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Back
it's
on.
there.
Well, I think I have a hat on. So,
If you had a beer drinking contest, who would win?
Are we
Would you-
talking how
I'll do
many,
liquor.
or are we talking how fast?
Good question. Good question. Josh Cortez, if you have a follow-up, send that in and we'll come back. Emily, can we see your hailstorm tattoo?
Where is
Take
it?
off my 2 layers of. It's on my arm.
All right.
Ooh, so sexy. On my arm. Where's the camera?
What
You
are
got it,
your
you got it.
bruises?
No reason.
Fall down the stairs.
Okay, Josh
Walk
Cortez,
into a door jam.
Yeah.
I did.
beer drinking contest, how many?
How many? I don't know. I can throw him back pretty good, but he can too. Because they don't really affect, like,
Tiny.
you've said, like, alcohol and
Or
stuff
like
like that
one,
really doesn't
two.
affect you as much.
No, but I get tired of, drinking. Like beer to beer, I could go for an hour, probably put away 15 beers in an hour.
Whatever.
You don't think? I
could
never
barely
I don't
put back
know.
like
I'm trying
2
to think of
beers.
what the most I ever drank was. There's a lot.
Oh, I have drank a lot. And that's why I don't drink that much anymore.
Like,
I don't know. It'd be a good competition. I'll tell you that.
Favorite beer?
You sound like an old man.
Woodmer Hefeweizen.
I drink a lot.
Ah,
That's why I don't
okay,
drink.
all right.
So I used to drink a lot, and that's why I don't drink it.
Favorite beer, Buzz?
Favorite beer. Well, back in WW2, they used to have this beer called St. Molly's. Scheiterbach, I guess.
John's pretty good.
Scheiterbach's
Bernie?
good. I like
love
that.
Mexican beers. I like Tecate.
Tecate.
Corona.
I like
I
that
like
thing.
vodka. I don't like beer.
That's not
Ah.
I know. I don't drink beer. You get fat.
Buzz, are you taking
Why look
Lunesta
at
or
me?
something else?
I know that.
Last night you didn't. Couldn't sleep.
Couldn't sleep last night. I should have.
Mhm.
That's what happens when I don't. Is I just couldn't fall asleep. Occasionally, a couple times a week, I'll take a Lunesta just to make sure.
God, that's the worst, though.
Why?
You're trying to sleep, and, like, you look at the clock, and it's like a half hour later, and you're like, okay, well, now I can get 4.5 hours.
Because the
of sleep.
pressure's on.
Or now I
the
get
longer you
4
stay
hours
awake,
of
and then the more you think about how long you have to sleep, the harder it is to fall
Do
asleep.
you have a clock that's visible from your bed?
Yeah.
Make it not visible.
Why?
Because then if you're not looking at the clock, it's got, like, the pressure's off.
That's true. Good point. Buzz, was there really something going on with you and some of the porn stars that would flirt with you hard?
Hard.
Was there something? No. I think that some of them, that's just what they do. They
just
flirt
come
with
on
the.
yeah.
They flirt. And that's good. They're playing their role. The ones that do that are kind of like playing up. Did you watch Simpsons this week?
Mhm.
They are buying into the premise. It was all about improv.
Ah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you don't deny the premise.
If you had a superpower, what would it be?
So we answered that last week.
Buzz didn't.
Oh,
What would yours be?
either I can narrow it down to 2. Either Wolverine healing power, Deadpool, so that no matter what happened to you, you could recover, or Zach Morris Saved by the Bell timeout power.
Time freeze?
That's
Time
a pretty
freeze
cool power.
Yeah,
I would totally use that. And
timeout.
but he didn't rearrange people or anything. You go ask that question. That's me showing my ignorance there.
No, I think it's the right thing. A brinca is the
Jumping
jumping
balloon.
balloon,
Jumping
right?
balloon.
Yeah.
What is the under over for how long Buzz can stay standing in a brinca bringhal and Brandon jumping in it?
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
It's a jumping
it's
balloon.
a
Jumping
balloon
Like
house,
on Brinca.
Oh, okay.
like a jumping balloon house.
It's a.
I don't know. Maybe that could be a Buzz versus Brandon. Who knows?
We can rent a
Could
jumping balloon
could somebody
for the
could
day.
somebody provide us with one so that we could try that out, because that would be pretty
There
cool.
you go.
You
The
wouldn't
last
know
time
that.
I was in a brinca, my feet were actually touching the ground through the.
Oh, it just switched. It just
Yeah,
switched all the way
Yeah, they're
through.
dangerous.
Yeah, well,
Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a
somewhere?
snowman? Yeah. Anybody want to build a snowman?
Maybe.
Ever hit a moose with your car?
yeah, directed at.
Anyone hooked up with a guest from the show? Favorite show you're watching?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, well, you gotta.
Oh wait.
gotta give him
Oh, I
time
thought
here.
I thought the silence was like.
But I'm not gonna, you know,
You don't have to say who it was.
I'm
but
not gonna
but
say
you
who
can
it was, and he's our congressman now. So.
Favorite show you're watching right now has to be in season.
In season. Well, everything's ending right now. So, like, do those count?
Game of Thrones is the one that I watch as soon as I can, like
I'm
in real
obsessed with
time.
that.
That's the
Thrones.
one that I watch in real time. The only other one that's in season I watch is Gotham.
I watch. I'll tell you some other ones I watch. Last Man on Earth is a good show. It's on Sunday. I watch The Simpsons. I always catch The Simpsons. There are some. I'm trying to think because they record Marvel, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Turn, Washington Spies.
Is that all you do is watch TV? Jeez.
Well,
That's a
that's
lot of TV to
partial
watch.
list. John Oliver on HBO.
How much porn do you watch, Buzz?
It's like a 5-minute segment.
Yeah,
Come on.
you know, couple minutes here, couple minutes there. You know, catch as catch can.
Deadside says Game of Thrones is overrated trash.
Huh?
But he still watches.
Ouch.
Deadside
Game of Thrones
is overrated
does
trash.
really have, you know, it's rough points.
This-
How many
It
wieners
gets
so
kind
far?
of soap opera-ish
Wiener.
at times.
I don't think there's been a
Wiener?
single wiener so
No
far.
wieners.
I'll tell you what I'm disappointed in is Fear the
Wieners.
Walking Dead. If anybody's watching
Yeah, and I
that,
stopped watching that.
it's on a boat.
My
Number one,
goodness.
there's not that many zombies in the ocean. They're on the high seas. So this week they finally got off the boat, and guess where they went?
To a water park.
Inside a fortress surrounded by tall walls where no zombies can get in. Just admit you can't afford fucking zombies anymore.
That's a good point there. Fernie, you used to sound so full of life. Ever since Brandon came, you aren't the same anymore.
Ask him.
Are there any
Honestly.
intercast headbuttings going on?
I can tell you, Fernie feels right now that Brandon is forcing him to do this AMA.
I told him he didn't have to.
Yeah, so he's here, and this is like his Fernie way of communicating that
It's the
he
passive aggressive. I don't want to do
don't
it.
ask me to do it anymore.
I'm not the one that told him he had to do it, by the way. I said I was going to do it, and other people said he
You know,
had to do
it's like, and this is, I've used this on jobs that I've really hated before. If somebody says, do this, it's like, I'll do such a bad job,
They'll
they'll
never ask me to
never
do it
ask me
again.
to do it again.
He's only here so he doesn't
So,
get
all right.
fined.
So this brings up an interesting question. Like, how often should we do an AMA? Should we do it every week? Do you think you guys will get tired of it, or we'll run out of questions?
I got chewed out by
Monthly.
telling Brandon I thought once a week was a little too.
I figure we
repetitive.
run it until we do it once a week until it dissipates. I also think that doing an hour-long one, though, was a little much.
Yeah.
Like,
So
it's going to get to the point where I think we should narrow it down to like a 20 to 30-minute thing.
weigh in.
And we don't have to call
How
it
many
AMA. It
people
could
are,
be
I'm
different things.
curious,
Right.
how many people are we talking to? Is it like
right
one
now
thing?
30.
Oh, I thought it was like one guy.
30 people watching right
One
now.
lonely
So
man.
so here's a question. Would you like to see different things like, say, Fernie giving relationship advice? Fernie, do you think if people sent you their relationship questions, you would answer them on
I
live
think we
stream?
tried that on air once.
Did it work?
Ask
Was it
Fernie.
funny?
I think, yeah, we did the Ask Fernie.
You know, I think if you really took the bull by the horns like you are today, I can't see how it is. Are there any girls, or is everybody like
There's
a guy?
usually with the two from the main chat, Kim and Erica, I know, and
Are there
Sonia.
any girls?
No, oh, because they.
We see their name
and
pop
stuff.
up on the chat frequently, and they
So-
usually.
So in the chat here, they're saying once a month for an hour is good.
Once a month for an hour, right?
But
That's
it
what
should
I
be
was-
different people each time too. They
Yeah,
say.
yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe
You don't
we can
need the whole
rotate.
cast.
Yeah, you don't need the whole cast every time. All right.
You know,
Good to know. Now we've got some feedback. We'll play with it and see what happens there. What would it take for Buzz to shave his head like Brandon?
I got this fear that if I shave it, it won't grow back right. You know, and that's like one thing I got going is, you know, I'm closing in on 50. I still got a good head of hair.
Doing
I don't
all right.
want to tempt anything.
Yeah.
How much? Like if somebody was going to give me money,
Yeah.
I'd definitely do it for 20 grand. I'd probably do it for 10.
it would take 10 grand to shave your head.
I'd do it. You know,
What if it was for like a charity and somebody was going to offer up $1,000 to a charity for you to shave your head?
it'd have to be no. I mean,
Like when I did Over the Edge, you have the option.
No, I'd
You can either
rather-
go over the edge, and if $1,000 goes to a charity, or you shave your head and $1,000 goes to charity.
that's what it actually
Or
was.
option C, is you're a complete dick bag that doesn't want to donate to charity by doing something simple.
Dick bag.
Did.
I think I'd donate the $1,000. I mean, if it was like,
No, those aren't the options, though. You have to do one of the two.
you get $1,000, so you care if it comes from me.
Because we want to see if you'd be willing to do it.
No.
Yeah.
I'd give $1,000.
Dick bag.
Does Buzz, now you actually, any of you can answer this question, have any pull with what bands will come to El Paso?
I have no input at all on that.
None of us have any input. I mean, they'll ask us, like, if we hear that a band might be coming through,
How do you think they'll do? I get that sometimes.
But we don't actually, like,
And I'll
book
tell
the
them.
bands. No.
And that's not just from like our program director, our general manager. Sometimes club owners will ask me, how do you think so and so will do it? And if I don't have any idea, I'll tell them I have no idea how.
Okay, so back to the head shaving thing. Would a double dog dare suffice? And
Yeah.
then Phil said, would a triple dog dare suffice?
Triple dog dare.
Triple dog dares on the
See
table.
what we did there? We skipped right over the double dog dare to the triple dog dare. No.
Okay. Any fans of Megadeth in the room?
Yeah, all right.
I like Dave. He's a good interview.
He was great
He's
when
a
we
good
interviewed him a
dude.
couple months
Dave's
ago.
fun to interview.
Because he remember he dropped a couple of S-bombs on us, and he specifically got in touch with his people to apologize to us for doing that.
That's not a malicious thing. It's just, back in the old days, when I was first starting out, we'd have Frankie Avalon come in. But everybody knew, well, you don't cuss on the radio. But now it's like, you do interviews on websites, you do AMAs,
Stuff that's recorded. That's recorded, yeah.
or you do like satellite radio, and people forget, oh yeah, you can't say that.
Did Buzz ever pay the $100 for the ice bucket challenge?
No, Buzz did not pay it.
No, you don't know that. Hold on. What's the deal? I didn't do it, so I said I'd pay $100.
Yeah, to Stevers.
Yeah, no, I don't.
To the foundation.
I wrote a check.
Well, yeah, to Steve directly.
No, I wrote a check.
That was supposed to be.
Because Steve challenged him.
Mm-hmm.
Brendan, why do you feel the need to be so arrogant? We listen to the radio to laugh, not hear middle-aged men bitching.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I'm not quite middle-aged yet.
Your fan club is here. That's good.
Arrogant? I don't think I'm arrogant. I'm confident. I'll tell you that. I have no problems with who I am, and if people want to make fun of me or people want to be, mean to me, I don't care. It doesn't hurt me.
You heard it here first, folks.
But yeah, have at it if you want, man.
This is weird. Buzz, have you ever been to the east side ever? Or are you a west side?
No, I've been to the east side.
That's good.
The Red Parrot. That's about it.
That's east side.
Yeah. Well, we went out to the haunted
Cabins.
forest.
The last.
But he barely leaves the block around his house. So it's not even just going to the east side.
Ever been in a fight?
in my life.
It just says ever been in a fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like in
school. I went to a rough school.
Yeah?
You had to fight.
Gangsta.
That's right. You, had
You come from the mean streets of Oklahoma there?
to, you can't let
Throw
some
bells
punk,
at hate
you
each
can't
other.
let some homie trick you out, or you're gonna be their punk.
Emily, ever been in a fight?
No.
What?
Fernie?
all the time.
All the time?
Bernie's a fun.
He's a scrapper.
Absolutely. Bernie will get in fights over like, oh, you looked at my friend the wrong way. He's like
Wow.
total ghetto. Right? No, Fernie, isn't that right? Did you get a fight because somebody was making fun of Chuck DeBroder at a bar? Isn't that true?
I did hear.
And you stuck up for Chuck?
No, if it was Doppler Dave, that's a different story.
Probably.
You don't even remember
You
that?
do not disrespect Doppler
But,
Dave.
yeah, you don't. You love Doppler Dave.
Are you guys ever going to do some live location broadcasts? And then side question, from the other markets as well. We talked a little bit about
It's in
their
the works a little bit. I know
possibility
that our
of a road
GMs die hard wanting to do it, but it's not as easy as just showing up to their studio and turning the microphones on.
technical issues.
That was like the question we had last week about what took the network so long. There's a lot of technical things that go into it, so we'd have to get all of that in a line first.
I
and then
don't know.
convincing everybody else here to go do it.
You know, it takes probably a 6-hour
day to learn their controls so that you're. Don't you think?
No.
Well,
That's not the technical issues I'm talking about. The technical issues is actually hooking everything up so that the broadcast is like if we were to go to KEYJ's studios, we would have to actually make so that the broadcast comes from them, and then that is sent, to all the other radio stations. Learning their board, that's nothing.
Well, the last time I had to learn a new board, like we went and they didn't have their music on the computer. You had to use the CD, but it wasn't like a broadcast CD player. It was like an old CD.
Like a 6-disc changer.
Yeah,
like the spiral.
That's what it was
one.
like. And if you're gonna play a song,
it spends 5 minutes between songs because it's got to find the next
it
CD.
was everything about
You're not
it.
sure if you got to put it face down or face up. Which way's the laser point?
Favorite food and Saikati Citron. I don't know if that's whatever. Is this Chinese? So anybody? Favorite food?
So I guess a genre of food.
I guess seems like
steak.
Steak.
I have a favorite kind. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Emily?
I don't know.
Chicken
I guess
parmesan.
comfort food, like really greasy
something else.
crap like that. What?
Where do you, is
No.
that even gonna
Fernie's
answer what's your favorite food?
Cool guy's gonna like that answer.
I love
Okay.
Mexican food.
Brandon, what were your first thoughts when you got offered the job to work in El Paso?
Like what is?
The first thought when I got offered the job, well, the first time that there was a possibility of moving to El Paso, I literally had gotten laid off 10 minutes before that. Like I wasn't even home yet, and Kevin was on the phone with me. Flying in, like you fly over the base, which was certainly, looking down on that was a little bit different. But then after meeting people and listening to the station, realizing it's an actual true rock station, listening to Buzz on the Air and liking the show, I was all for it 100%.
Cool. All right. It is 11:13. How many more questions you guys want to
Let's do a couple.
Okay.
We'll start
Phobias.
whittling these down from an hour to like a half an hour.
Cool. Any phobias? What are you most afraid of?
I'm not gonna say.
Claustrophobia.
You're
Hands down.
claustrophobic?
Yeah. If anybody tries to trap, I will thrash and kill. Like I'm not fucking
Capture.
kidding.
That'll make a great Buzz versus Brandon.
I'm not fucking around, man.
There's a
he's mad.
Like,
He's mad he's not even
legit
in the claustrophobic situation.
What?
Claustrophobia. I'm not fucking around.
Like in a coffin? Like that would be the worst?
Yeah,
I think
my ass
everyone
better
would
be
freak
dead.
out like that.
But how in a closet?
Depends on how big the
That
closet
is-
is.
What about an MRI machine? You think you could handle
I got
it?
stuck in an MRI machine, and that's what led to the fucking claustrophobia.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
No, it's not.
There's a specific animal that I have it's a full-on phobia where if I see this harmless animal,
Yeah.
I will freeze in my tracks and I can't move. I'm not going to tell you because people would fuck with me.
A hummingbird.
No, not you. I'm not going to tell you.
All right, so here's the
You're
thing.
like my kid brother.
People
So,
know already,
so at this
say.
point, we're all just gonna like get different animals, and we're gonna bring them in, and
Throw
find
cats.
that we're gonna land on something that Buzz
Yeah,
freaks upset,
so,
right?
yeah.
It's a beaver, isn't it? That's why you don't believe
Yes.
they're here.
I'm afraid of beaver, which is Fernie's phobia.
Real phobia?
No,
Fernie?
Furby's only scared of beaver, half the time.
Yeah.
No, Fernie's great in those haunted houses where people are jumping out and scaring him. This is
That's
the
not
best.
I think last week we talked about that. Whether
We talked about
yeah.
what's your greatest fear, which would kind of be phobia.
Yeah.
What was yours?
being in crowds.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Emily, phobia?
I have a weird thing with people staring at windows behind me.
What?
I don't know if that's like
Wait.
Oh, like looking past you
like
to a window behind
if
you?
I was saying where you were and Fernie's talking to me and he keeps staring out the window, it really freaks me out.
Wow.
Like he's not paying attention to you?
Yeah, or he's talking to me but he keeps looking out the window. Like
You
it
think
freaks me
someone's
out.
Oh, like there's
Like,
there's
there.
something there.
I've
Yeah.
never even heard of that one.
I just get really freaked out by it, and in cars too.
That's
Like, I don't know.
fascinating. We should go in
I don't know if that's
depth with
really
that
what
with
it
your
is.
therapist. All right, wrapping up with, since you guys go in so early, does it take away from your personal life, like going out late night, hanging out with friends, etc.? How does that affect your life, Emily?
I can't function.
Because you're also going to school still. You're finishing
And
up,
it takes me an hour to get over here.
coming in all the way from.
So I'm trying to stay awake driving, so I'm always scared I'm gonna crash driving.
Fair enough. Well, there's another phobia.
I know.
Fernie, does it mess with your personal life? No? You do all right? Fernie does all right. Brandon?
No, because I really don't have one. So I don't go out. Like I have the same routine Monday through Friday, and it involves taking a nap and being in bed by 7 o'clock.
Buzz?
My life has a lot of symmetry. I get up, I go to work, I eat and do the show, then I eat, then I go home, and I take a nap, and it just repeats itself like that. And that's
like how Monday through Friday.
That's about all I do. And I try to spend some time with my kids when I can, so they don't get scarred or whatever. But, like as far as going out on a weeknight, impossible.
All right, children, I think it's going to wrap it up. If you have any questions, hold them for next week, or, remind me, and we'll go back through this week's AMA and see if we can pull up some of the questions that didn't get asked, and that we can roll them again.
Yeah.
Anybody got anything to say in closing before we wrap it up here?
Check out our blogs at KLAQ.com.
Look at Fernie.
Yeah.
Company
Good
man.
job.
Way to chime in there, Fern.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
hijack the
I was gonna say,
conversation.
it's the first thing he said in 50
Instagram.
minutes.
All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll let you know when the next one's coming up.
Eat my burrito.